this? Dark recess descends a few feet before ending abruptly in a solid rock face. This looks like it could be a portal of some sort.
Done.
I wonder.
All right.
Portals can be anywhere, pretty much, and keys can be anything. So if I were to take that hammer, I wonder. Alright, let's take the hammer. Go back. And see if that opens up anything here. Because this does look mighty suspicious. Nope. Okay. I'm going to hang on to the hammer anyway, because I feel like it's there for a reason. I think the Nameless One is a little bit suspicious from that vision. There's something about it that does... Well, I mean, it's certainly worth being bothered about, but there is something about it that bothers him. Okay, looks like this is a dead end, so let's just get out of here.
I'm gone.
What's this?
Done.
Can we go through? Okay. Here we go. Cutscene. This is a place I found you lying right where we... Huh. It's that guy again. Staring all at the bizarre spectacle before you. What had appeared to be an ordinary, unremarkable brick wall now throbs and pulsates with movement. The wall expands with curious elasticity, heaving outward as if some unseen force were trying to push its way through the barrier from the other side. Slowly, the undulating mass begins to settle, its curves becoming more and more pronounced, and you find yourself at eye level with a stony caricature of a human face. Is that... well, anyway. What is that? I don't know. Anna stares at the face in disbelief, her hands nervously fingering her daggers. But I'm for leaving, before we find out, aye? Not just yet. There's something... Suddenly, a strong breeze begins to blow about you, and the air is filled with an eerie sighing. The rushing wind grows stronger, and you can make out other sounds as well. The creaking of boards, the rustling of leaves, and the grinding of stone upon stone. After a few moments, the clamor ceases to be a cacophony of individual noises and begins to blend into one articulate sound. You can make out a voice that speaks softly, yet seems to come from all around you at once. You? It cannot be you. Greetings? The wind around you has stopped, but the voice is still somehow present. You are restored again? I saw you destroyed. Destroyed where? I saw you destroyed here, in front of me. I saw it all within me. Do you know what happened to me? Things that cast no shadow were shadow. They rose around you, tore you down. Do you not remember? You concentrate on the strange voice composed of sounds around you. Somewhere in the deepest recesses of your mind, there's a brief glimmer of recollection. You feel as though there's something vaguely familiar about the sounds. These guys again. Yes, you remember. The voice of the alley rings in your ears, scattering the images from your mind and returning you back to the present. Destroyed, as soon as I shall be. I cannot delay division much longer. Pressure builds. Soon stones will crumble and the floating ones will repair me to destruction. Floating ones are probably the hammer guys. You're dying? Pressure is too much. Too many places folded inside. Not enough space. Must divide. It must be in the way. What are you talking about? I think it's pregnant. Oh. Freaky. So we are technically standing right now? Where are we technically standing right now? That's what Mort's asking. I really don't want to know the answer to that, Mort. The voice continues. Help me to divide. Branch out. Expand. New apertures will open. You may use them to travel to the lower ward. What do you need to divide? The floating one is upon me, repairing it. It prevents me from dividing. I undo its repairs, but it returns again and again. Repairs anew. Must remove floating one. You want me to kill the Davis in the alley? Remove it. Only then can I divide. So apparently we have to remove the Davis, but that's... We've been warned about this. This is a bad idea.
My journal.
Alright, so we just have to get rid of it. Maybe we don't have to kill it directly. Maybe we just send it into that building. Somehow. Because that's where the other Davis died. So why don't we make that our strategy?
I'm gone.
So let's see, where did he go? Keep clicking outside the screen. Sorry about that. Let's save. Forget this quick save key. Hopefully you don't mind that. Let's talk to this guy. Greetings. I must attend to my duties, no time to speak. Aha. I understand. I just thought you should know I discovered the body of a Davis in this alley. It cocks its head slightly to one side. A number of symbols stream from its head, most of which indicate surprising distress rather than words. Alright, dead where? We could tell truth and say it looks as though it got trapped inside somehow, or we could lie and say is it in the abandoned building and we don't know how it died. That will likely result in Davis going in there and getting trapped himself. But the Nameless One, our Nameless One, I think, is, yeah, I think he's going to actually send him in there. He doesn't have to, maybe, but somehow that just seems to be the right... It seems to be in character because he is manipulating the Davis, and he knows it, and it's to achieve his own ends. So yeah, it lies in the building. I don't know how it died. Alright, it's going in that direction.
Alright.
Yep.
Locked.
It's locked, and it's probably going to be stuck in there. Hooray! That was a mean thing to do, but I don't think our character really cares much for these Davis things. Representing a lady of pain who has allowed a city to get into this state. Anyway, as you approach the stone you face, the various ambient sounds of the alley once again assault your ears, and through them the voice speaks. You have returned! I spoke with Davis. I told him about his dead brethren, and then he left to investigate.
Dated my journal.
That's lots of XP. Yes, the floating one no longer repairs. It is now with the other. I've closed myself around it. It remains inside me forever. I see. So now that it's trapped, it can divide without interference, right? Still cannot divide. Too weak. Cannot undo floating one's repairs. Its changes must be reversed before I can divide. You must undo the floating one's repairs for me. Alright. How? Yeah, how can I do it? I'm no carpenter. Seek out the parts of me the floating one has changed. Reverse the changes, undo the repairs. Must be exact, precise. Only then can I divide. Okay, very well. I'll find and reverse the repairs for you. Probably need some tools. A hammer and a pry bar should do the trick. Hammer. Pry bar. Okay. Yeah, there was also a pry bar inside the other place. And we picked up the hammer from the abandoned building, so yeah, this worked out. So, I'm not exactly sure what we're looking for. Maybe there's another hammer in here too now.
Locked.
No? Okay. Well, the database that we did see was making repairs in this area, so let's take a look around. The rickety dwelling looks as though it has stood for centuries. Its wooden walls are weathered and worn with age. A number of planks on this side of the structure appear to have been recently pried loose. Let's examine it. It appears as though it was attempting to tear down this ancient structure. Several boards are loose upon the building's frame, their nails nearly pried all the way out. Alright. Put them all back into place with the hammer. You examine your handiwork and you notice that, strangely enough, the building no longer appears quite as old as it did at first glance.
Done.
What about this? Nothing there. So just have to look for something else that is different. Some other question mark in the user interface. So anything that looks damaged, I guess. No, because everything looks damaged. So the question is, what is the pry bar used for? Because it's the dialogue's hinted that we would need it.
I'm gone.
Yeah, and that doesn't seem to be especially relevant. Okay, what's this?
I'm gone.
This dilapidated structure seems on the verge of collapse. Several boards have recently been nailed into place to reinforce the sagging building. Several newer and sturdier boards have been nailed into place over the old ones. It might be possible to reverse the repairs with the pry bar. One by one, you pry loose the fresh boards from the face of the building. As the last board comes free, the building emits a loud groan as its weight shifts unsteadily upon its now unsupported frame. Okay. So we fixed a building and destroyed a building, effectively. Okay, I guess that's what we were supposed to do. I don't know what the point of that was, but... or what Davis are doing. I don't know why you would... Anyway. As you approach the stone face, the various ambient sounds... Alright, I have reversed the repairs you asked. Yes, all's in order. I am grateful. Again, the wind begins to blow around you, this time with fierce intensity. The omnipresent sounds of the alley begin to increase in volume until the soft murmur of the voice is nearly drowned out by the ensuing racket. Now you must go. The vision begins. The way is now open to you. Stone face before you begins to transform once again, its mass shifting and rolling as you look on. The entire wall seems to melt before your eyes, exposing a narrow passageway beyond. The ground underfoot suddenly begins to rock violently, and the soft sighing of the wind intensifies to a more urgent, almost human-like moaning. You can hear the sounds of crashing stones and snapping boards all around you as you dash into the passageway.
Updated my journal.
Okay.